Damn fly harassing me. Today's video is don't date anyone from the projects. Don't date anyone from the projects. Don't do it. It's almost like a death sentence. Don't date anyone from the projects. Why don't you date anyone from the projects? First of all, they're very inclined to know the law. Baby girl, eat that salad I gave you, okay? Before the dog gets it. They're very inclined. They know the law very well, okay? They know the law so well, but they know how to perpetuate domestic violence. They won't beat you up and hit you and leave a bunch of scars on you, but they'll do stuff to you that won't leave any scars, therefore making you look crazy, making you feel crazy, and then they will have you admitted into a hospital. People from the projects will have you admitted to a hospital. They don't believe in marriage. They don't believe in love. The only people they love is their own family. And when I say their own family, I mean the children that come from their mother. They don't care about the children that they have with another woman. They might take care of them, but they don't hold them to the highest regard. The people from the projects, they hold the children that their mother have to the highest regard. They are very they're very they seek out they seek out younger women to destroy. They seek them out by with their family members. They'll use their family members to usually family members that are not that doesn't have much status to them. Family members that they use. They will have those family members look for girls for them um, that they think are weak, and but the girls have to have something going on for their lives. They'll look for women that are in college, and they will try to put you on weed. Their first step is to get you smoking a lot of weed. That's the first step. So now you are disconnected really from mind and body. You know, they'll be having a lot of sex with you, and they'll have you thinking that you're in love and that they're in love, but in reality, they just want what you can do for them. You know, the potential status that you can give them. People from the project, they don't believe in God. They don't go to church. They don't believe in God. Um, the only thing that they believe in really is using another person. And if they can't use you, then they have no true need for you. And that's when they'll start abusing you. Really? Do not date from the projects. Don't do it. These people they're lacking a lot of resources. Um, and even resource like you could come from a two-parent home that's not very you know That's not very you guys don't make a lot of money, your family doesn't make a lot of money, but you still have more than what they have in the projects. These people do not know how to they don't know how to converse with people. They only know how to, um, be very, like they're all about control. Control and mosquitoes. A mosquito bit me. It's a mosquito in here. Oh, there's always a mosquito in here. I see him now. I see him, but I'm not gonna be able to get him. It's all about control with them, you know what I mean? Once they lose their control over you, that's when the the abuse starts, you know what I mean? Verbal abuse, you know what I mean? Once you were the love of their life, but as soon as they get you pregnant and, hard to get you in a situation that's hard for you to get out of, you know what I mean? That's when they're gonna start telling you mean things, treating you bad. It's best to not date anybody from the projects. And I didn't know this as a younger girl, like me, that's why I'm telling younger girls now, to watch out for this because some people don't know about the projects. Some people don't know about um, people who are on assisted living. They don't know about that. They just know about, oh, my family worked, we had a house. That's all I know about. So, um, be careful of that. You know what I mean? And 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 I'm specifically pointing to the projects because anybody that comes from a two-parent home, they're not gonna be using people that much. They're not gonna use people, man. They're not gonna use people as a come up. And if they do, they're not gonna use somebody who potentially could be a come up. They're gonna use somebody who already has, like, a good job and money coming. They're gonna try to get that person because they know what you need for a home, but a person from the projects, they're going to try to use, you know, anybody is potentially who has the potential to be great. You know what I mean? Especially a man from the project. A woman from the project, not so much. She has more on her also they have roaches. If you date somebody from the projects, they're gonna bring roaches to your house. And those roaches are gonna follow you forever. You're never gonna be able to get rid of those roaches. I'm gonna kill this mosquito, y'all. Watch. I'm gonna kill his ass. As soon as he come over here, I'm gonna kill him. Today's topic is do not date anybody from the projects. The projects. Don't date anybody from the projects. Dead ass. They have to have already built themselves out of that situation because people in the projects, they know the law. They know the law and they are going to and they see you as a potential come up. They're gonna try to use you. They're gonna try to put you on marijuana to control you. They're gonna try to act like they love you, and the marijuana enhances everything that you feel. So they're gonna have you thinking that, what about white trash? Nah, I can't date white trash either. Can't date white trash. But white trash is usually racist, so they usually date other, white trash, right? But I'm potentially talking about the project and these people in the project. And don't date anybody whose parents are still in the projects because that says a lot. The parents don't have a home. Their parents aren't hard workers. Their parents don't have anything to pass down to them when they die. You know what I mean? Project people, they're not really they don't really participate in society. So they don't have the society, they don't have the logic or the neurological capacity to navigate in society because they've never participated into the real world. Project people be in the house all day because they have no money to participate in the real world. Don't date anybody from the projects. And I know, men, if she's a really beautiful, beautiful girl, I know y'all will do it. And if you want to do it, but this is specific. I'm 57, got a home and work 60 hours a week, live 1 mile from the projects. Man, look, you better stay away from the damn projects. They gonna get you. They gonna get you. They gonna get your house, man. You better watch out. So yeah, watch out from these project people. They know how to dispute between parents involved. Okay, I'm reading my news break. They know how to carry out domestic violence as well. They know not to leave any marks on you and stuff. They'll just choke you out. You know, they'll 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 just choke you out, and then you call the police, and the police ain't gonna do nothing because they're looking at you and you look fine. So you gonna be like, what the fuck? And you looking crazy. So their next, I got guns. Ain't no ghetto trash coming here. LOL. Look, yeah, you gotta have a gun when you're dealing with people from the projects, man. Get guns. Damn right. Get gun. That's why project people, they're mostly Democrats and they don't like guns because man, we done hit the nail on the head. And there's a lot of Democrats in the projects. Come on now, let's talk about it because they're getting that free assisted living, man. They're getting that free Kamala Harris Biden assisted living. I answered my door with a gun after dark. Man, hey, I would answer it in the daytime too with a gun. Daytime too. Why not? No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Um, so yeah, the projects and that's why, I'm looking at Rihanna's situation kinda like with the side. I know ASAP Rocky got money, but he's still from the projects. And a lot of them project dudes, they know him. A lot of them project dudes know him, you know what I mean? And might see Rihanna as a come up. You gotta watch your back, man. And them people in the projects, they ain't got no daddy. Most of their dads are in jail for petty offenses, small offenses, you know? When you're in the projects, people from the projects are more likely to experience sibling rivalry. They're not taught They're more likely to experience sibling rivalry. They Okay, please don't touch it because I have it standing here and okay, thank you. And their siblings, yes, I got one person in there. But that's okay. That's good. One person is better than zero people. Hi, little one. Those are my two kids. Um, a person from the project is more likely to experience sibling rivalry, and this isn't the healthy kind of sibling rivalry. This is the kind of sibling rivalry where, like, bitch, I'll fuck your man. You know, bitch, I'll take something from you. You know what I mean? Like, I'll make your kid um a lackey and do everything my kid says. You know what I mean? It's not true love. Like true loveling. Hi, little one too. Yeah, I know I got two, man. That's it. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. No more. But true, you know, true siblings love each other and they help each other. But my family, they have sibling rivalry. I can see it, and I can see how it affected the family members really badly. Sibling rivalry is really serious. People need to stop having so many kids. That's number one. You know what I mean? And project people got a lot of kids, but it's good to not have a lot of kids because when you have a lot of kids, it's just gonna be harder on you, man. Some kid is gonna, the oldest is gonna have to watch all those damn kids. The oldest is gonna have to watch all those damn kids for the mother if she's gonna be working a job, and most likely she's gonna have to be working a job, right? And and that's sad because the oldest has to, take care of their lives. They have to prepare for their lives. And they take down the oldest. A lot of older siblings, the oldest is usually taken down because they have to watch all those damn siblings. And then for the mother. And then after the oldest watches all those kids for the siblings, when the oldest has his kids, the mother is nowhere to be found. And I want to talk about this stuff because I want people to know that um, you know, I want people to know about. I want the younger generation to know about it. Fuck the older generation, they're done. But not you, sir. You seem pretty cool. Timbo, you cool, Timbo. But I want the younger FBA women to know about this so they can protect themselves and they can make better decisions than all of us. And also, I want to get on YouTube and get my followers up. If you guys can follow me, that'd be great. I want to get my followers up so that I can start getting super chat and stuff like that. I can't get super chats right now. Somebody wanted to super chat me $100 today, and that would have been so helpful to me, but I couldn't get it because I don't have super chat yet. And they didn't want to do Cash App because of whatever reason. But hello, we're talking about not dating people from the projects because they are more prone to violence and stealing and just overall badness altogether. And it's fucked up because our tax dollars are paying for their fucking homes. You know what I mean? And a lot, what do you do for a living? I went to law school and I failed the bar 3 times. So right now, what I do is I work with my father, who's an attorney, and we try to look for people and help them with contracts and immigration and car accidents. We refer a lot of cases out. I refer a lot of cases out. Even though I didn't pass the bar, I'm still an attorney that can refer cases out. So if you know anyone in Fort Lauderdale or Florida who needs an attorney, send them to me, and then I can refer their case, and then I'll get a little piece of money, which will help me out a lot. But uh, I'm also married, and my husband pays what he can pay. You know what I mean? He's not doing too well. You know what I mean? He's tired. He's old, and it's hard, to sit here but I really want to get my YouTube up because if I can get this YouTube up, because I also homeschool my kids because I don't want my kids out there in the system because as FBAs, it's hard for us. Everyone's looking to use us, bait us into fights, put us on marijuana. All my little cousins are on marijuana. Why is that? Where's the wedding ring? I had to sell it. I had to sell it. But we're also thinking about a divorce as well. We're both mutually thinking about a divorce because it's just not going well. You know what I mean? Like he don't want to talk to me. I don't want to talk to him. Ouch, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad, but it is what it is. Everyone comes to that point in the road where you got to move on with life. You know, and you can't. And I married really young. I married at 23. Right out of college. Like as soon as right when I was done with college, I had my baby, but I got married like 9 months before I was done with college. You need a sugar daddy, man. Stop saying that. Stop saying it on the live. But um, you know, if anyone wants to send me mail, send me an email. You can send me an email at rdarville rdarville09 at gmail.com. And we can talk there. And then, wherever it goes. But what I'm saying is, watch out when you're young, when you're a young woman and you're out there and you're trying and you don't really know the way and you're lonely, you watch out who you fall in love with, who you start hanging out with because I'm old and white. Um, you, you know what? One thing I'm gonna say about old white men, because I went to a lot of Catholic schools when I was younger, and old white men, they are very level-headed and they are very kind. You know what I mean? They don't get mean and rude until you get mean and rude. You know? And even then they don't get mean and rude. They still treat you with respect. They give you a chance to walk away. You know what I mean? If it's still going, then that's on you. You know what I mean? But they are very and they take care of their families. I remember being in Catholic schools and going over other kids' houses, and they would have really nice houses, and they would have really nice parents, a really nice family. And so, what I say to the white community is, family wise, you guys are doing good. You guys are, not all of you. I know there's some that you don't know if they're white. They could be fucking something else, but um, you guys are level headed and you care about your family and you don't use people that much. But you did use the slaves, did use the slaves. And I'm gonna end my life because I'm having too much fun.